You are watching Saturday Gossip, and this time we're going to be talking about Cary Elwes, the future of Ghostbusters, and is Ant-Man going to die in his next film? But first, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for all future content. Okay, so first off, we are going to be talking about A Castle for Christmas. This article is from TV Over Mine. Cary Elwes is playing the leading man in a romantic story. I'm not sure if you could call it a rom-com, but it may very well be. But everything I'm finding out is that this is an original film. This is not a remake, reboot, reimagining. From my understanding, I could be wrong, but if you love romance stories, if you loved Cary Elwes in The Princess Bride, this might be right up your alley. It feels, the nostalgia is real. But let me read off what it says pertaining to the film. It says, famed author Sophie Brown, played by Brooke Shields, travels to Scotland hoping to buy a small castle of her own. But the prickly owner, Duke Miles, played by Cary Elwes, is reluctant to sell to a foreigner. The official synopsis goes, working to find a compromise, the pair constantly butt heads, but they may find something more than they were expecting. So this is gonna probably be more like romance novel, which many of us do read. And it's got the ingredients for a good romantic movie, a date movie. And I'm actually interested in seeing where this is going to go. I'm going to find out when it comes out. And when I'm able to see it, I will give you my opinion, what I thought about that. But as I always say, trust but verify, trust but verify. Next up, we are going to be talking about Ghostbusters. And there has been a lot of discussion about the future, if they should just end it on a high note with the next generation with Ghostbusters Afterlife. But some people are really hoping that we may see some characters return, such as Viggo the Carpathian. Could he return? Well, it might be a little bit difficult considering his painting was destroyed. But I would be interested in seeing what they could do if they could come up with a semi-realistic, when you're talking about supernatural in this context, it would be interesting. Another article from TV Over Mine, they suggest that possibly a return at so many villains that the original Ghostbusters defeated. The villains of the first two ones, primarily. And I think that might be interesting. I don't know if it would work out considering time constraints, but it is something worth looking into, and I would absolutely love to hear y'all's opinion down in the comment section. If they did another Ghostbusters movie, would you want the Carpathian to return, or his story's done, we don't need any more of that, we need original stories, we don't need continuations? But when it comes to Ghostbusters, it's a sequel. It truly is a sequel. But you can have something original with it. And that brings us finally to talking about Ant-Man. There is concern right now amongst fans, not all of them, mind you, some of them, that Kang the Conqueror will kill Ant-Man in Quantumania because they're setting up Kang to be the villain of all villains. Somebody in Thanos' level of power, if not more powerful than him. Something that has kicked off or will kick off the multiverse war. So it's like, if you haven't watched Loki, you might want to tune off now because we're gonna discuss a little bit about that. And I know a lot of people hate Loki. Not the character itself, but the show. I've seen plenty of people say that in the Twitter and on comments. But still, with how they left Loki, and Loki is supposed to feed into the films, and we could see another version of Ant-Man get killed by Kang because it's multiverse. With the ending of Loki, they've opened it up to infinite possibility, and we could end up seeing Ant-Man die, but not the end game universe of Ant-Man. We may see other versions die, and he's the one that has to be the one to sound off and say, hey, this bad thing is happening, we gotta group up, and all these other things, because it's bad. At least for the heroes right now. And I would be really interested in seeing if the multiverse war is not so much about 30 different Iron Mans against each other, or rather, all the good guys against Kang's army. I honestly think that's how it's going to end up, because Avengers Assemble. So it's like, I can understand why they're nervous, but I honestly think that they will keep Ant-Man alive. But the question is, which Ant-Man are we going to see? I'd love to hear from y'all down below in the comment section. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe, share this video, and as always, I will catch y'all on the flip side.